Hey there, hi there, everybody. So, I just finished up 100% exploration for 6.3, and I got some cool stuff to open up. We also just got the rewards in for Warrior Season, so I got a bunch of shards there too, so there is a lot of cool stuff to go over. I think the biggest reward is probably the Tier 5 Basic and the Tier 2 Alpha, but there's also a 25% random Tier 5 class catalyst, which we're going to be opening up here in a little bit. Won't be the first thing. And I am really hoping that it isn't skill. And the only reason I'm saying it isn't skill, even though I have over 75% of a completed Tier 5 class, is that once I do 6.4 100%, then you have that choose your class catalyst. And I kind of figure, if nothing else, pick something else that I could use, because I could use everything. I've only gotten the skill tier 5 class up until this point, which is why it's almost complete. But, if I do pull it, it won't be the worst thing in the world, but, would kind of be nice to start to diversify that a little bit. So, I'm going to be putting a timestamp and the video right about now for some of the interesting stuff for the 5-star feature, the 6-star, and then also the 25% class catalyst. So if you want to skip ahead to that, go ahead. Otherwise, I'm just going to open up some of the redundant small stuff here just to clear out the stash a little bit, build up some of that bad luck, and hope that translates over to good luck for some of the stuff that actually really matters. So, got a 3-star out of that ultimate, which, who cares? Let's pop a couple of these. A couple of 3s. Now what I usually do for this is I keep going, popping premiums until I get a 4-star, just because my tinfoil hat likes to think that that's some sort of sign, but that hasn't always translated well for me. So whole batch of 2s, that's total garbage. A few 3s there. 4 3s, okay, that's not awful. But let's back out of that, because still want to save a couple of those for when the store refreshes. What else I got? Small stuff. I think I have a couple of, 3s. So just rapid pop that. All those are going to be max SIGs. My 3-stars are all maxed out, which is awesome. And once I get to the 4-star crystals, I'm going to be looking for Elsa Bloodstone. She is the 1 4-star that's been eluding me this whole time. And hopefully, today's the day where we can change that. But if not, I have a 5-star and I'm so excited. Oh, there we go. There's the lucky 4. Cool. Cool. That's a good sign. But I already have 10 more in the queue here, so let's just pop those, get those out of the way. 3, a bunch of 2s, another couple 3s. Neat. Blah, blah, blah. I've got, 22 of those? That's kind of nuts. So let's just get 10 up and out. More max SIGs. It's pretty decent variety. Ghost was good, everybody else is kind of meh. I'm still hoping someday that they come back with another use for, some of the 2s and 3s and 4-stars at this point, kind of like how they did in some of the variants, where you can only use those champs and get some pretty decent prizes out of them. So I'm gonna load up 6 of these, and I'm gonna spin 1 out and then rapid pop the others. So sorry, just indulge me a little bit. I usually just rapid pop these, but it's been such a long time since I spun out a 4-star that, you know, I'm just humoring myself. So another cable, so that's 2 4-star cables. Really hoping that doesn't translate to the 5, or well, I mean the 6-star, because I already have him, and he's going to be on the bench. So let's pop open the next 5 here. Absolute garbage. Oh boy. Get rid of that offer because that is a complete waste of units. Go back here. Gonna open up those max sigs at the end. That's a lot. Spin out one of these and then pop the other 2. Still looking for that Elsa. She'd be fun. Not Elsa. Also, with that feature that's going to be coming up, I am kind of hoping for a bit of redemption. I opened 15 of those the day they came out, and of those 15, I got 1 feature, which was a first-time awakening, which is still cool. And everything else was junk, effectively. I've also opened 1 more of those off stream, and that brought my total of Infinity Iron Man up to 4. So, not super great. Like, he's not bad, don't get me wrong, he's not bad. If you pull him, he's a good champ to get. He can do a lot of stuff, and he has some pretty good synergies. I just don't need a whole bunch of them, that's all. So, let's get this Alliance War reward out of the way here. So this is a 2% crystal. We managed to get Platinum 2, which was awesome. Cool, that's cool. Which means that we got 3 of these 2% crystals, which is cool because it's tier 5 class, which is still super rare. It's just that it's a 2% crystal. So, you know, you need 50 Mystic. You need 50 of each class to get 1 full catalyst, and there are 6 different classes, so the likelihood of these ever amounting to anything useful is so slim to nil, it's ridiculous. So it's nice to have, but at the same time, it's like, skill. Don't need skill. I'm fortunate enough to have champs to use the skill on, so I'm very thankful for that. But I also have an entire roster of other champs of every other class, so and they need some love too. So here are the 5 cabs that we get out of Act 6-3 100%. Gonna pep it. I'm gonna spin all 5 of them out because I can. And for these, which is another like cherry on top of a prize pool, if I get anything other than 5 3-stars, it's a win. So, oh cool, okay, Hulkbuster. His beta is opening up at the time of this recording 9 days from now. And I'm a part of that, and that's going to be fun to see what they've done with him. We got him as a duped 5-star. And, you know, I'm hoping that it makes him a bit more relevant, kind of like how they did with Venom and Colossus. So, second one is going to be a second 4-star. Cool, so it's already a win. Oh, and that brings Corvus to max. Awesome. So I'm making pretty good progress on maxing out all my 4-stars now. Crystal number 3 is finally a 3-star. Let's just move right along. And I've said before, my tinfoil hat theory is whatever the first couple champs that pop up on the reel, if it's like a 6-star, it means you're definitely not getting a 6-star. It starts off with a 3, it might be optimistic, so yeah, cool. See, there you go, 4-star. So right now we have 3 4s and 1 3, which is pretty decent odds. Because I think the percentage is like a 1, maybe 1.5% chance to get a 6-star, and I think what, 10 or 12% chance to get a 5. So bulk everything else is gonna be 4s and mostly 3s, but 4 4s out of these cabs is pretty decent. That's a bunch of 5-star shards. So let's see what else we got. Those are gonna be opened up after. I think it's time for some of the interesting stuff here. Yeah, just about. Yeah, okay, cool. So let's start off with this 5-star rank up gen, which takes your 5-star from rank 3 to rank 4, which is cute. I have a bunch of champs to use that on. So I think in terms of what's useful, I think pretty much everything could be useful in some degree. I'm hoping it isn't going to be a mystic. All of my mystics are already rank 4 or higher that are worth their salt at least. So watch, I just jinx myself. Jinx. Oh man, I completely jinxed myself. Well, you know, if I pull one of the featured mystics, then you know, it won't be a total waste. And I'm gonna get them eventually. You know, I'm not gonna stop playing the game anytime soon. So yeah, but my options there not super great. Because then you also got to counter that with how many of these champs are eligible for the 2015-2016 gem. Because when the last variant came out, I got all Mystic, or mostly Mystic. So, and most of these champs I already have as 6 stars, so it doesn't really matter for any of that. Except for just some arena points, but... Okay, so I'm just gonna stop talking as to what I hope is what, and just let it be what it's gonna be. Because that didn't work out super great for me right there. But I've already said what I'm hoping this is and isn't, so, you know. Too late now, it's out there in the ether. But you remember. It's just between you and me. Okay. Let's just tap that. And it is gonna be useful. Yes. Oh, okay, cool. So I am 25% closer to rank 3 Sunspot, rank 3, probably Sunspot, Sunspot or Namor. So that's pretty good, but you know, like I showed you guys before, that got a long way to go from there. But yeah, that Sunspot and is definitely I've definitely got some plans for him. But okay, before we get to any of that, let's get to some of the big stuff here. We got a featured 5, and we have a 6-star. So let's start off with this, and you know, it can't hurt any worse than it already does. So, you know, that's a good, healthy way to look at things, right? Just call me Captain Optimism. Alright, so then let's just tap it. Yes! 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 Okay, that's awesome! Okay, that is so good. That is so good. That is the first featured pull in 17 crystals. That's actually awesome. And we just pulled that 3 to 4 stone too, so it's a level up event right now, so that's actually going to be the end of the video right there. I'm going to open up the max SIGs and then go and bring that guy up to rank 4. So, okay, thank goodness. But here we go. Here's the big one. I was debating saving this for the beta server and oh no, go away. And open up a featured 6 on the beta server just for kicks. See if I can wake up my Doctor Doom, but you know, that's not for another 10 days, and there's a lot of gameplay to be had between now and then. So 6-star it is. So let's just bring that up into the reel. Oh man, that's such a save. I have him as a 3-star. I got to play with around the 3-star a little bit. But you know, you're not able to take that into any sort of end game or much more challenging content. So I only have heard from, you know, other YouTubers or alliance mates as to how he plays, and supposedly reviews are pretty positive. So, oh man, that started off with 2 champs I really wanted. That's not a good sign. But it's a 6-star pool, and you know, it's still hope springs eternal for these. So if it's a new champ, I don't care how good or bad they are, that's a huge win. If it's a first time awakening, it's a huge win. If it's another dupe on a Ghost or a Thor Ragnarok, that's a huge win because that's just prestige. If it's something awful, then you know, I got a 5-star Mojo. So positive thinking, right? Okay. It's not a bad pull. It's more sick, and I was just saying that, you know, be taking him up to rank 3. So that's a. I'm happy. That's a good pull. And honestly, Sunspot is one of the guys that the more SIGs you get on him, the better his ability. Let alone, you know, the better his prestige. So that's cool. Oh boy. I just get so nervous for these ones. I've been playing this game for years, and stuff like today is when my blood really gets pumping. Let's just rapid pop these, get all the extra shards that they're just gonna go into the inventory. Same with these ones. Interesting. Shards, shards, shards. So for this, now you must humor me because, again, go figure, Rob has a tinfoil hat theory. But I've always felt that if you actually take the time to spin these out individually, you're more likely to get something that isn't shards. And at this point, you know, I'm kind of hoping for something that isn't shards. Now, who knows? Is today going to be the lucky day I get the 5-star Immortal Iron Fist? Probably not. His odds are immensely small. I think it's easier to get a featured 6-star out of a Cav Crystal than it is to get a Iron Fist out of one of these. But of course, they don't publish the odds, so, you know, speculation. More shards. But even if it isn't an Iron Fist, and even if it is just all shards, that's still okay. 5 stars are still useful. I've got a bunch more features that I'm hoping to open up. And all those yield 6-star shards, so. Seven more. You know that bit I said about tinfoil hat theory about better odds of getting something that isn't shards? Well, 8 crystals in, and I seem to be proven wrong. This time. But there's always that chance. Small chance. Alright, but let's get rid of these just real quick. We got 2 more. Spend all shards. They keep teasing me with stuff that isn't shards. Which kind of gives me an idea for another fun video. I've got the time to crank out something that involves just a little bit more work than just sitting here and playing the game. Alright, so whatever. 12 crystals up, 12 down, all shards. Have like a 98% chance of pulling all shards anyway. Not mad. Not mad. So I got a bunch of 5s left for future pulls. But because this is now something I can do, I wonder if I even have enough resources to rank him up all the way. I guess we'll find out. So there you go, 1 to 2. It's weird that it isn't auto-selecting. Whatever. So there we go. Let's see if I'm still sitting on enough shard or enough crystals. Awesome. That's actually really good. I had to let a Mystic Tier 4 class expire the other day because I didn't have anybody to use them on. So it's good to get rid of those 3 at the very least. Kind of bring down the cap again. And there we go, 3 to 4. Awesome. Just pump the rest of this ISO into them. Do that. You know, there are some people that actually like to go through and sort by the proper class. And if it's a 6-star rank up, like from a 1 to a 2, or more recently a 2 to a 3, then that's definitely something that I like to do too. Because that really adds up quick. However, for just the 4 stars, or 5 stars, sorry, for the first few levels, I'd rather just burn the stuff that's going to expire first. Cool. There we go. Cool deal, guys. So there we go. Got my rank 4 Mojo and his freaking Scorpion Mobile. He's going to be fun to play with, and now that he's a rank 4, which means he's going to be able to make it into my regular arena rotation, which is awesome. So I'll get to play him a lot more frequently. And just as important, and I kind of wish I had the a full catalyst already to take this guy up to 3, but yeah, Sig 40, that's awesome. That's really awesome. Cool deal, guys. Well, that's going to do the video. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. It's a newer channel, so each and every one of those help me out tremendously, and I very much appreciate it. Got a bunch of gameplay videos and strats and analysis stuff in the works. Benefit, I suppose, of some extremely unfortunate times. But be sure to be on the lookout for those, and until next time, take care. Talk soon, and stay safe, everybody. Bye for now.